Habari Entertainment proudly presents Habari Live. Habari Live. From Phoenix, Arizona. And you're listening to the Habari Live podcast. The show that brings you news, sports, and entertainment for people who love HabariEntertainment.com. Here are your hosts, Aisha, Jimmy, and Damon Dipleen Ellison. Let's get it going. We are all the way live.
Good morning. Welcome to Habari Live, your go-to show for the politics and more. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Habari Gani, my people. We are thrilled to bring you the latest edition of Habari Live, your go-to podcast for the pulse of Phoenix and beyond. As always, we are all the way live in Paradise Valley in Phoenix, Arizona. I am Damon Ellison, and my co-host is showing up.
Aisha.
We'll be your guide through the exciting stories and everyday happenings in our vibrant community, your weekly dose of inspiration, innovation, and insightful conversations from the heart of our city. So let's get it going. All right, man. Another day, man. We woke up this morning to bombs over Venezuela. Nicolas Maduro was taken into custody. No one really knows where he's located right now. But Venezuela has gone under attack. And, you know, the guy who screamed and hollered that he was going to stop all the wars and no more foreign wars has started more than the last three presidents combined. So it's, hey, man, you know, but this day, man, you know what I'm saying? They love some Donald Trump. He can do no wrong in their eyes. But, you know, without Congress, without anyone to say for sure what they're doing, they just unilaterally go and they attack Venezuela. Crazy morning, man. But you know, we're gonna do what we do. We're gonna keep reporting and keep letting you guys know what's going on. But I really think this is a shame what's going on in Venezuela. If there's many different ways that we could have removed him or gotten him removed from office, except with bombs. Mm-hmm. And you know, now we're talking about it was an arrest warrant. You know how many dictators there are in the world? I mean, are we going after all of them? Are we going to be going after every country that has a dictator and taking them out and putting in the people that we feel comfortable with? I mean, like I said before, man, this is something through the history of America we've done, and we've had a problem going to other countries, putting people in place, and then we walk away from this place and we're surprised where the country goes next. We're surprised what happens next when the country is in a messed up situation and no one is able to step up and become a new leader. The country goes to trash.
Said Nigeria may be next.
Yeah, man, that's what they say, man. That's what they say. We got Nigeria. He's been after Greenland. He wants Greenland
Algeria.
Bad. There's places he wants everywhere, and he doesn't care about listening to Congress. So it's something that we're going to just be getting used to, going to war with all these countries. He threatened Iraq. So if he's a man of threats, if he's threatening, he's probably going to do something. But go ahead and do the rundown for us and let us know what's going on so far, Aisha.
For sure. New York, the newly inaugurated New York City Mayor, Zohran Mamdani, has used his early executive authority to roll out a series of orders from Mayor Eric Adams, the former mayor, including those tied to support for Israel and controversial definitions of anti-Semitism. The move has drawn praise from free speech advocates and progressive allies, but also sharp criticism from some Jewish groups and international actors who argue that the changes weaken protections against anti-Semitism. Mamdani also immediately issued a new directive prioritizing housing affordability, tenant protections, and the revival of the city's tenants' rights office, underscoring his focus on domestic urban policy in his first few days in office.
I mean, I'm not a New Yorker, so you know what I mean. I really none of this stuff affects me, but I don't know why so many people are so involved in local New York politics this year. It's insane. But because it's a Muslim guy and everybody wants to have their opinion about what they're doing in their city, I hope he knows what's best for their city, and I'm hoping he's implementing things that's going to help the people who need help. That's all I can say, man. I don't really have any. I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm not a New Yorker. But at the same time, you want the best for the city and the people there. But if you want protections for those who have issues, but you also don't want to protect a country who sometimes, to me, deserves criticism. Israel should not be defunct of criticism. They should be able to stand for the things that they've done and stand accountable for the things they've done. They shouldn't be able to just get away with things they do. And if it sounds like what Eric Adams had in place was something that was just like giving them a pass on everything. So that was kind of crazy to me.
Coco 602 said, "What happens in New York influences what happens in other cities. The Democrats should learn from him."
Oh, switch the cam.
And then Jessica Bale 915. Did you see where people in different states like Kentucky were trying to figure out why they couldn't what? I'm not sure what.
They couldn't vote they couldn't vote against Mandami.
Oh, okay.
I mean, okay. There's things that happens in other states that influence on the Republican side. So I don't know. California also is an influencer, I guess, but it still doesn't. It does have no bearing on what's going on in It's on the other side of the world. It's on the other side of the country, and New York is not something that I'm really worried about like that. He seems like he's a good guy, and we'll see what happens. But
right. I mean, he was just sworn in a few days ago.
Right. So. I don't live there, but so many people are so worried about what's going on with dude. It's just fake outrage because he's Muslim. I ain't got no time for it. Go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. Federal appeals court struck down California open carry gun ban this week. The federal appeals court on Friday said that California's ban on openly carrying firearms in most public places violates the Second Amendment, striking down the law in a split 2-1 decision. The ruling affects counties with populations above 200,000 and follows the U.S. Supreme Court's Buren decision, which heightens scrutiny on gun regulations tied to historical traditions, where California officials say they are reviewing the options, and cases could shape the future debates over the gun policy nationwide.
I mean, I don't get it. You can't police your own state. We have to go off what the Supreme Court said because the Supreme Court, they're not trying to help anybody. They're not trying to save anyone. But that really doesn't make any sense to me, man. I mean, California put in laws. They put in laws to stop people from bringing guns to government buildings in the 70s to keep the Black Panthers from bringing guns to those locations. No one had a problem. Today, man, it's they think that any guns laws are against the Constitution. Do you know they used to put in gun laws back in the day also? Like they used to put in no guns in the town. You had to leave your guns on the outskirts of the town. They wouldn't let you bring guns into the taverns. There were cities that were set up that straight up did not have guns in their city. So I just don't understand why now we interpret the Second Amendment as something that cannot be touched. And they're trying to say that people can open carry. Like, we want people walking around with machine guns on their backs. It's, dog, it's sad, man. We don't care about the violence. We don't care about anything that's going on. It's ridiculous, man. And I just don't get it. I don't get it, man. We why do we want guns everywhere? I don't understand how that's going to help anybody. It's dumb. But this is what we're dealing with today. Everybody wants to do what they want to do. You know, that's the way it is. Everybody wants guns everywhere. That's the new thing to do. Look at this dude spelled out Niger. Find it on the map, motherfucker. Fucking stupid ass.
Right.
Go ahead.
Moving on. Kentucky authorities have charged a 35-year-old woman, Melinda Spencer, with first-degree fetal homicide, abuse of a corpse, and tampering with evidence after police say that she admitted terminating her pregnancy at home with medication and burying the remains on the property. The case, which began when clinic staff alerted law enforcement, highlights ongoing legal battles over abortion and self-managed care in the state with strict bans, which also raises questions about how fetal homicide laws are actually applied. Mind you, from what I read in the story, she went online and she purchased the medication and it was delivered to her home and she took the medication to induce her abortion.
Oh, man, this shit's retarded. I'm not gonna lie. It's straight dumb as fuck. I mean, this is what the Republicans wanted, though. They want us back in 1960s and 1970s where people are doing back alley abortions. I just don't understand. I don't understand, man, what our country is going through right now. You know, they're pushing their agenda of church first and Christianity first. That's what that's what they're pushing. But people don't always live by your rules. People don't always live by the things that you think is important. You know, it's amazing. This is what's going to happen. Everyone who knows what's happened in the past when it came to abortion, that this would happen when all these laws were put in place. But, you know, they wanted to. This is what they want to do. You're not going to get people to have the kids that you want them to have. It's going to be things like this: women having abortions in their rooms, in their back alleys, and all type weird situations because, you know, that's what they want to do. They're not going to do what you want them to do. They're going to do what they want to do. And if in their mind they feel as though they're not ready for a kid, they're not having that kid, even if they have to break the law. And we've seen it over and over.
Abortion is birth control. As birth control is wild when you're not black.
What? Shut up, man.
Wow.
Stupid motherfucker. Nobody cares what you're saying, bro. It's nothing to do with race, like these people always try to make it, but it has everything to do with these women making the choices they want to make. That's their choice. They want to make bad decisions. That's on them. I love how we think that somehow we supposed to police people making bad decisions. When it comes to Republicans and them making bad decisions, we're supposed to just shrug our shoulders. You know, Trump bombing Venezuela right now. Everybody's whatever. Bush did it with Noriega back in '89, so it's no big deal. This is what we should be doing. While they was hollering and screaming at Biden for helping Ukraine, we wasn't even in the war. We was just helping the dudes out. They hated it. We don't want any foreign wars. They screamed that for 4 years.
No new wars.
Soon as he gets in office, straight to war. And what are they saying? Yeah. All right. Yeah, Trump, you show them. We're going to save those people. The people that y'all are calling criminals and bad guys, and you don't want them here. So what happens when their problem spills over into our country because we've just taken out their leader? And there's a vacuum, and there's an issue because people are not stepping up to the power rankings, and then we see the city and the country go into straight chaos.
Another Vietnam.
That's what we want. I mean, I really don't understand what you people want, man. Y'all are the most confusing people ever. This guy did exact opposite of what y'all wanted. You guys didn't want any new wars. That's what you were screaming, right? No new wars. You didn't want new wars. We're in one immediately. I just it's crazy. But this is what we're dealing with, though. Good old America.
What war are you talking about? The one in Venezuela he just started this morning?
Goodness.
By kidnapping the president and his wife? What do you mean? What war?
I don't know, man. Some people
Are you not watching the same news that everybody else is watching?
Do you really think that they're making abortion illegal to save black women, bro? You really think that that's what they're about? You think they woke up like, you know what? We need more black children. Let's ban abortion. Y'all say that shit, man. And I already know the reason why they're trying to make abortion illegal is because of the white race and losing their population, losing their demographic, becoming a minority. And that's what the problem is. Y'all don't care that black people have abortions also.
Mhm.
Yeah, poor people have abortions, man. They don't want to have kids, man. But people, shit, it costs a lot of money. A whole lot of money to raise a kid. A lot. And a lot of people, they don't want to deal with it, man. That's why people are having less and less kids around the world. Except third world countries and countries where people don't have the ability to get abortions at that level. And they're living in horrible situations anyway. So, anything else you got?
My last story was just gonna basically talk about Venezuela and him capturing Maduro and his wife. They say that the operation targeted military facilities in and around Caracas, which comes months after pressure, including naval deployments and actions against suspected drug trafficking networks.
Mm-hmm.
The Trump administration says that Maduro will be brought to the United States to face criminal charges, including narco terrorism.
Yeah.
The move has drawn intense international criticism for violating Venezuelan sovereignty and bypassing congressional war powers, even as some of the Venezuelan nationals are praising the removal of Maduro.
Yeah, they're sitting there talking about people are happy, they're in the streets clapping. Though the people that y'all call monsters and horrible people that you want to send back to Venezuela, it's all good. Now y'all talking about, oh, look, they're rejoicing. Like y'all give a fuck about them rejoicing. Y'all was just saying how much you hate them at the beginning of the year and want them, every one of them out your country. But okay, now you care about them clapping and being happy. That's fine. They got a dictator out of control of their country. That's fine. It's probably happy. Some people are happy that he's not in there. But at the same time, we know what happens when these things, when America does these things around the world. We know what happens next.
What's going to stop Putin from doing it?
And we can't say nothing to Putin. We just did.
Right.
But anyway, we know what happens next, man. It's never a better person that is put in place after we take out the dictator. Look throughout history, man. Look at the place. Look at Iran. Look at all the places that we've taken out the leaders, and who is put in place after him? A 10 times worse dictator. Every single time. Y'all can say whatever you want to, laugh all you want, but we already know what's going to happen in Venezuela. Someone worse is going to rise up and take control, and it's not going to be great. and it's going to spill over to us. And you know what? Trump is going to have to own it because he's the one that did it. As we have to talk about Venezuela for the next 5 fucking years, and everything that happens there is going to be on his plate because he decided he wanted to throw them into chaos. I mean, we've seen this. The country is going to go into it's going to be some authoritarian general that takes fucking control. And he's going to be some piece of shit that's killed a whole bunch of people. He's going to rise to power and take over the country and be a 10 times worse dictator than the dude that they have. Mm-hmm. And this is what happens every time. If you think, we ain't leaving, we're going to take it over, and what you think they people, man, it's dumb. It's dumb. Yeah, you're right, J. Ron. No new wars is what they said. They blame Biden for every war. Oh, Biden just started wars. Oh my goodness, we're going to have Trump. There's going to be no wars. All we doing is fighting with everybody. Y'all change y'all mind on it, man. It don't matter what this dude do, man. Y'all don't have any morals. Everything y'all say is bullshit. Because we know that what y'all will turn on y'all morals tomorrow if Trump told you to. Yeah, y'all always talking about somebody low IQ and nobody knows, man. Y'all the dumbest people ever. Whatever this dude say is what y'all gonna do. Y'all was hollering no new wars. We're sick of war. We sick of paying for wars. All of that money should be coming America first. Is what you said. Now, how much money you think he's spending blowing up fucking Venezuela? Right. Blowing up Nigeria? Blowing up fucking Iraq? I mean, it's so stupid, dude. Y'all, man, dude, like I said, man, y'all don't stand for shit. Nothing. All it is a game. You'll say anything to be against Biden, against the liberals. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's it. You said you didn't want any new wars. Now we're in how many? He's going across. Y'all, we don't want to police the world. That's what y'all was saying. This was y'all saying, we don't want to police the world. We're sick of this. The world's just they can just fight it out. We don't care. We want to take care of America first. Y'all get in office, start fighting everywhere. Well, this is America's. Yeah, go Trump. Like y'all, man, y'all. Boy, y'all are wild, man. Scream for 4 years how you didn't give a fuck about the fucking wars. Trump called it a war today out of his own mouth. So any of y'all sitting there saying it ain't a war, y'all can get the fuck out of there. Trump called it a war out of his own. I know y'all don't listen to shit he say anyway. All this fucking lies. Y'all don't listen in anyway. Dude, it's a war. That's what happened. They just bombed it. What are you talking about? Bombs and military tanks and helicopters. Oh, it's not a war. What do you call that? A skirmish? What is it called? Maduro came out with blood all over his shirt. They killed his people. Some people got killed. It's war. What the fuck? Anything else? Oh, that's it.
No, that's it.
Man, this is insane. It's insane, man. But that's what they do, man. Republicans are warmongers. They try to act like they care about things. They don't care, man. About nothing or no one. So we got a couple things we're gonna talk about today, man. And goodness, we're gonna run it from the top when we get here. And you guys, hey, it would be dope if you guys had your own brain. Like that would be dope. You all said that you didn't want any new wars when Biden was in office. That's what you said. You said no new wars. You don't want any foreign wars. You don't want your money going to foreign situations. And now what are we doing? What are we doing? I mean, tell me what we're doing. You can sit here and tell us it's not a war. We all see it is. I mean, he's. I think it was Iran. Yeah, he's telling Iran if they don't get their protest together, what he's going to do to their country. So we trying to start shit with Iran too, for we can start bombing them, Iran, whatever you want to call them. Like we're on something, man. It's crazy shit, man. But I know you old Trumpers, you'll never say anything against your boy. He could do no wrong. I know. Doesn't matter what you guys stand for. You used to be against tariffs. You used to be against taxes. You know, we're taxed enough already. This dude come out, tax the shit out of everybody. Give tax breaks to the richest motherfuckers. Put tariffs in place that are taxes on our products. And all of you guys, yay! 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 It's insane. Same as you, never said anything. You guys are just, it just kills me how against war you were just a few months ago. But now you're all pro war. You ready? You know, this is, we knew we were going to do this. We cared about the Venezuelan people. We wanted to free them. Now you care about them. Just 2 months ago, you wanted to send them all back to their countries. Now you care. You care about what's going on with the Venezuelan people. You want to free them from Maduro? Fuck out of here, man.
But Obama drops bombs on innocent people.
Oh man, yeah. So after Bush left, did all the wars just immediately end after Bush left? Is that the way that happened? Because I don't think it did. All these people saying it's not a war.
Yeah,
like, I see all
it's
these
man.
bombs and shit. Like I know, it's not a war. We're just dropping bombs.
Then they keep saying USA first.
How is it USA first, man? If we're dropping bombs in Venezuela, removing people in Venezuela, how does that America first? All that shit costs money, man. If it was America first, they wouldn't he be spending it here trying to figure out why there's so many homeless people standing on the streets instead of blowing up people in Venezuela?
Right, that part.
Obviously, he doesn't care. Yeah, Iran is next, bro. He definitely seemed like he's next. They definitely seem next. He's already said it.
Right, Trump a fraud.
Already said it, man. So, I mean, this war story is ridiculous, man. But this is what we got to deal with, man. It don't matter if a war is declared. He's already dropping bombs. He surpassed Congress, and the Congress is too weak to make him to make him stand for any accountability. This Congress is the weakest Congress that's ever existed.
Ever existed.
And I mean, like y'all keep saying, man, it's like we did this in Nicaragua or some shit back in the day. So what? We don't need these things. This is not things that is needed right now. We have a lot of problems. We already have the Ukraine issue. We have the Gaza issue. We have so many issues, man. People are homeless due to mayors and governors. Yeah, like mayors and governors are just sitting around like, how can we make people homeless today?
Like
what
they
kind
control
of dumb
the prices
shit is that?
of the housing
Right, they
market.
can't control none of this shit. That's why it's a federal government to put in laws to try to curtail some of these things. Every state is dealing with homelessness and high rent and affordability issues. And you're going to sit here and say it's the mayor's fault? Get the fuck out of here, man. If it was the mayor's fault, it wouldn't be a problem in every fucking state. Obviously, this is a nationwide issue.
Exactly. He's doing nothing to help Americans.
Fuck you mean? None of us have adequate health care. People can't afford anything. I mean, it's stupid, man, what we're going through right now. Mayors only have a certain amount of power. The power in the states is in the state Senate and the state Congress. Those are the people who pass the bills when it comes to money and budgets.
Mm-hmm.
The governor has a little bit more power, but when it comes to what's being voted in, it's in those state senates and the state Congress. Just like in the real government. A governor can put in certain executive orders, but they only go as far as their voting power. If they're out of office, though, executive orders are removed. There's only certain things that a governor can do. I mean, you guys, you know how the system works, and y'all sit around, oh, it's the mayor's fault. Yeah, the mayor, right. He has so much power. Yeah, there are some bad mayors, for sure. But not all of them. There's some that does a good job. But to blame everything that's happening in the city on one mayor is so goofy. The state makes decisions. Oh, we're not sending funding to the city.
Mm-hmm.
Or we're taking certain funding from the city. Or they're not getting a certain amount of. I mean, this happens all over. Why do you think the cities, especially when it's areas where poor people are fucked all the time? Because they're not sending any funding to help these places. They do everything they can to fuck the place as much as they can. That's how they run these cities, man. All right, so now we're going to go into this Minnesota daycare fraud claims in the Somali community and the backlash and the politics of fraud. Our top story today, a viral video, a wave of federal action, frozen payments to child care centers, threats against Somali businesses, and a whole lot of politics poured on top. Minnesota is now at the center of a storm over alleged daycare fraud, and the story is bigger than one influencer video. It involves COVID-era programs, past failures and oversight, state accountability debates, Trump administrative crackdowns, and real harm to immigrant communities. Mm-hmm. Let's break this down carefully and factually. First, let's run this clip. Fox host debunks mega fraud on and the talking points. Mm-hmm. Let me see, which one is it? It's that one, Minnesota fraud.
Well, I looked at what he could be doing, and I looked at what he is doing. One of the things that ties his hands is this very legislature that is trying to get him to resign. Interesting, they're not asking for a recall. So when they say the people of Minnesota don't want him, we'll put it to a recall and let the people of Minnesota decide. Todd, love you. Google. If you Google, actually local Minnesota news outlets have been reporting on this for years. Speaking of years, during the Biden administration, there were 59 people convicted so far. The ringleader is not Somalian. She's a white woman named Amy Block. She was found guilty on all 7 counts that were brought against her. So there are people that are already in prison. And remember, some of these are not DHS or federal-related facilities. Some of these facilities were closed down for other reasons, not even fraud. But back to your question about Tim Walz. He asked the legislature in his state to give him more authority so that he could do more, and they said no. 1. 2, he also has closed a number of these centers already, and not just for fraud. They were investigating them for everything else. One, for example, on that video that went out, not the one from years ago, the one just recently, they were already closed because they were a bad daycare center. There was no fraud. They were just not doing a good job of the daycare. He hired outside firms to audit the payments to these organizations. He shut down the housing stabilization entirely, that department entirely. He has hired an overseer for this specifically, and he continues to try and get more, and I don't think, honestly, I don't think he should resign. I don't think he's going to resign, but I do think it's political, and Republicans say it's not. 1, it's Republicans asking for him to resign, and 2, he's less than a year from re-election, and this is definitely going to put a ding and a chink in his armor as he runs. Yeah.
So the narrative that old Walt isn't doing anything, hasn't been doing anything, and I've seen conspiracies that he's in on it.
Right.
It's ridiculous, man. The guy has dropped the ball on some of this situation. There's some things that they were not holding some people accountable to. I'm not going to say it's been perfect when it comes to this and how they've ran this, but they have gone after people. They're sitting around acting like no one has done anything. When the ringleader of this scam was a white lady, has been put behind bars. We see that on Fox News.
of all 7
She's
charges.
convicted.
But
go ahead.
when Fox News is correcting MAGA lies, you know it's bad. It's real bad. This host shut down all the talking points about Minnesota fraud on air. We just watched it. She shut it all the way down.
Right.
Tim Walz asked the legislator, could I do more? Give me the power to do more.
Right.
And he said, no, you can't do that. We don't want you to do that. No. But y'all want them to keep going after fraud. When Fox is in fact checking MAGA rhetoric about fraud, that tells you that their talking point machine is overheating. The viral video that we just watched, the whole firestorm.
We didn't just watch the viral video. Was the dude that went to the daycare?
Okay, do we have that video?
No.
Okay. But the viral video from Nick Shirley ignited the whole firestorm. In the video, he claimed that massive fraud in the Somali-owned daycare centers was happening in Minneapolis. He claimed, in his words, that more than $100 million was misused. The video then exploded online.
And immediately 2 things happened at once. Investigations from Trump's DOJ and FBI, harassment and threats towards Somali-run centers. Disgusting stuff, man. Immediately they start getting overrun with threats and harassment.
Didn't they get broken into also?
Yeah, one of the places somebody broke in. But that is that dangerous internet form that we keep seeing. Allegations first, facts, and later community damage right away. That's the way we run things nowadays. Yep. What Minnesota officials actually said, though?
The Minnesota Department of Human Services didn't just shrug this off. They publicly stated that every facility shown had already been inspected within the last 6 months. Inspectors are also revisiting all of those locations again. And fraud has no place in Minnesota public programs. So yes, they are investigating. But the key point, that it's not the same as the influencers' claims being proven. They're not being proven.
So what the allegations mainly are about, man. Go ahead, switch. Here's what the allegations revolve around. Pandemic era childcare and nutrition funds. Claims of ghost children on rolls, inflated attendance numbers, crossover with COVID emergency feeding programs, disconnects in people's minds. In the earlier case, feeding our future, that case was real and massive. Federal prosecutors say about $250 million was stole from that fund. And that does not automatically mean every Somali provider is guilty today. The facts matter. And they did catch the people on that one also.
But, the Trump's administration response after the viral video said that they froze all childcare funds for all daycare facilities nationwide. They deployed federal investigators and linked the issue publicly to large-scale pandemic fraud. Remember, the pandemic started under Trump. Those actions have real consequences. Innocent centers were suddenly being closed or losing their funding. Child care center workers are losing their income. And parents are now scrambling to find childcare. The entire Somali community gets painted as the criminal.
Yeah, what's tough is, he stopped the funding for the whole country, the entire country. So now a lot of people who depend on this money will not be getting their child care. I understand going after fraud, man. I get it. Go after fraud. But it's weird when you're going to punish everyone for this fraud. And then if you look at what Republicans are doing state after state right now with the voucher programs, it's been riddled with fraud. The voucher programs are riddled with fraud. And they want to sit here and be fake outraged because there's fraud in childcare with Somali people.
There's fraud
when
in
we
the
know
government.
there's fraud in every fucking thing.
Right.
And what have Donald Trump done? We're going to talk about that. He's done everything he can to loosen the laws when it comes to protections and fraud. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, man. I just don't get it. I mean, how many fraudulent people has he fucking pardoned? And we're going to talk about that also. But what we know about the arrest and the ringleaders of this fucking fraud that was going on in Minnesota. Here's the truth, not the internet version. 78 people have been charged and connected to Feeding Our Future by late 2025. These charges are separate cases. Investigations into the new video allegations are still ongoing. No clear single ringleader has been publicly identified yet. The Nick Shirley video sparked investigations but did not come with court-proven evidence packages attached.
Mm-hmm. And the backlash against Somali businesses? After the video, daycare centers were vandalized. A break-in was reported. Owners received threats. Online racist rants exploded. People moved from "we should investigate fraud" to "Somalis are stealing American money. They're stealing from the American people." That's how quickly racism piggybacks on controversy.
And that's all it is. It's just pure racism because their president said that Somali peoples are pieces of shit. So now they're on their way to Minnesota to prove him right. That's the way these people are, man. Couple people did some fucked up shit and they should pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
All of them should pay for the fraud that they committed. No one is saying that they shouldn't. But what you are doing is painting that whole community with a wide brush, saying that all of them are trash. And that's what we are fighting against. No one's fighting for anyone being able to commit fraud. We're just saying, man, can we just go after the fraudsters instead of trying to make it out that Somalis are horrible, horrible people? That's all we're trying to fight for, man. It doesn't matter, man. We try to treat people like people, like everyone wants to be treated. Now, all this shit, man, it doesn't just emerge in a vacuum. In November, Trump moved to terminate temporary protected status for Somali nationals. He's talked trash about them. He's called them trash people. He go after Ilhan Omar every time he gets a chance to and tell her she needs to go back to Africa. They're openly racist with their shit. They're openly with it. They're openly saying the shit that they want to say. So about 700 people were protected from deportation before that decision. He also said they contribute nothing. All these people pay taxes, man. All these people that own businesses and they're working every day. You know, there's some bad people in every group. But to sit here and say that these people, they contribute nothing, man, is wild. And all the Minnesota officials have disputed this and saying that these people pay taxes. They are a big, intricate part of the city. And it's terrible that they are treated this way. But Trump, he's saying all of them are trash. He say they don't work, they just complain. This is the way he talks about black people. None of us work. We just sit around complaining, getting free checks. This is how y'all talk about us, man. So when the same administration suddenly freezes Somali-run daycare funding over allegations, it lands in a political and a racial context. I mean, it lands there because he said a whole bunch of racist shit.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say racist stuff and then put in laws and don't think that people are going to be able to connect the dots. This guy is not standing neutral. He's letting it know how he feels and how he feels about these people. It's crazy, but that's the way he feels.
Yep. But Minnesota oversight failures are also real. Let's be honest and fair here. Minnesota state oversight has had real documented oversight failures.
Mm-hmm.
Audits have found that pandemic bonus checks to wrong recipients, weak controls in addition to in addiction and mental health grant programs, the feeding in of our future failure, $1 billion rail project mismanagement, and the state legislator auditor called out agencies directly. Some of the agencies under Governor Walz were accused of minimizing the fraud reports,
Yep.
being defensive toward the auditors,
Mm-hmm.
and refusing to implement recommendations. So, yes, there are real oversight problems, and we must avoid racist generalizations here. Both things are true.
Yeah, that's real. Going back to 2004, 2024, we found several stories talking about fraud and how fraud was not picked up by the Walz administration.
Mm-hmm.
How they did a bad job. They dropped the ball on a lot of situations. And we heard the list of her and the things that they've done incorrectly. And no one's going to say or fight against that because there has been some drops of the ball when it comes to Minnesota and fraud. But they're also doing a lot to try to fight it. But we also see some of the issues that they have and some of the issues that they need to fix. And to me, this isn't something that's a Minnesota problem. This is a every state problem. There's a lot of fraud, man, going on, man. And it's a lot of people stealing money from the poor and putting it in their pockets. And we need to go after that all across the board. But to me, it seems like it's disproportionate that when we see those who are white collar criminals able to get away with most of the fraud that they commit, we see them get pardons. We see them be able to say the fraud is under their company and the company doesn't get blamed, as somehow the company is seen as a person and not the individuals of the company are being held accountable for the fraud that's happening in their company. And the numbers are outrageous. But the courts allowed this. They allowed these companies to be able to commit this fraud and just put it in paperwork and say, hey, well, it wasn't me. It was the company that committed the fraud. Like, this is happening right now. Now, there's more details to what's going on, and we can get back and go over that story and talk about it, how we're overlooking fraud right now. But we can't say, oh, we need to focus on the fraud in Minnesota and look the other way on everything else. It's a lot of politics in this bullshit. And Trump frames himself as the fraud fighter, but we need to talk about this too. He pardoned people convicted of bank fraud, tax fraud, securities fraud, healthcare fraud, wire fraud. High-profile examples include Paul Manafort, Charles Kushner, Todd and Julie Chrisley, Trevor Milton, Michael Milken, Devin Archer. He cut loose white-collar criminals, many owing millions to victims. And he's going easy on these people, letting them out, but trying to say, I'm tough on fraud.
Why are you letting them out of jail?
Nah, it looks like you're only tough on fraud when the people are dark-skinned. That's what it looks like.
Yep.
But when it's someone else, when they happen to be white, he didn't mean, he caught a bad deal.
And let's not forget the consumer protection rollbacks. At the same time, his administration weakened the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, cut enforcement staffing, dropped investigations into major banks, canceled restitution orders, and rolled back overdraft and late fee protections. So corporations that are committing financial harm, they often got lighter treatment, but the Somali daycare centers, on the other hand, funds frozen overnight.
Right. And this is what I'm talking about.
That contrast does deserve airtime. It deserves to be talked about.
Yeah, it deserves it. And where do we stand now? So here's the reality, man. Allegations are being investigated. Some earlier COVID-era fraud cases are real, man, and we're not saying it isn't. We're not saying that it isn't, man. We agree that Minnesota has dropped the ball when it comes to several of these cases and several of the things that was going on in Minnesota. And we do hold walls accountable for that because he dropped the ball and there's so much fraud that's going on. Your boy, he's doing a horrible job. Now he did ask for more power to go after this fraud, but still, man, you have to do something to curtail this, or it's going to look bad on your leadership. You can point fingers, you can blame whoever you want to, but when you're the leader of the state, you're going to be the one that catch the blast from this explosion of accountability that isn't happening in your fucking state. So I'm like I said, man, I'm not going to sit here and be like and try to be like the Republicans who want to make this a race issue and try to make it a commendation of the Somali people. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to condemn them. That's not my mission. But I also want people to be held accountable that are the leaders. So the people who did commit fraud, they should pay. They should pay the price. But are we gonna fucking treat every fucking Minnesota Somalian like a fucking fraudster? No, we're not doing that. And that's not how shit should be handled. Period. But like I said, some earlier COVID era fraud cases are real. Shirley's video triggered federal action. It did. A clear ringleader is not yet public. The Somali community is being harassed. Minnesota oversight problems are legitimate, man. Politics is inflaming everything like always because we have so many horrible leaders that do not know how to bring down the temperature.
But the takeaway from all of this really and truly should be that we can hold two truths simultaneously. Fraud in the public programs should definitely be investigated, and whole immigrant communities should not be targeted or demonized.
Mm-hmm.
Whole communities? No, that's just racist.
No, for real. For real, man. We have to find a better way to do how to do things.
Mm-hmm.
We're all adults here, man. We have to grow up, bro. Like I said, when it comes to Walt's, accountability does matter, man. Now he has found a lot of this fraud. We'll keep saying that, but a lot has also slipped through the cracks. He has to do a better job. That's why accountability matters. But so does not turning neighbors into villains overnight because an influencer wants views
And likes.
and the Republicans want blood and they don't care who they demonize. What? It's okay to demonize white. Dude, y'all are always lone wolves. It's always, it's just a lone wolf when it comes to you guys. It's always just this guy. I don't think he had any other people. Always with y'all. Y'all always get the benefit of the doubt. It's the dark-skinned people that's always put into it's all of them. Usual suspects. Look at them all. They're all like that. And then y'all want people to sympathize with y'all and empathize with y'all's situation. But when it comes to anybody else, every Somali motherfucker is a goddamn crook in y'all eyes. And y'all be quick to say, well, not all white people are like that. But hey, but that's what y'all do to everyone else, man.
This man got
everyone
more
else
degrees than you got.
Oh, man. Boring. If accountability means race. Nobody said accountability means racism. We're saying if you're calling everyone that's Somali a crook, you're being a racist. We want the people who are committing crime to be held accountable. But we don't want them to say, oh, well, all Somalis are the people that's doing it. It was a white lady that was the lead of the fucking pack. She was the one that was getting all these people the money.
So should we say all white people?
So should we put them all white people in the same box? Like, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. I know because you guys, you can't lump white people, but you can lump Somali people. That's fine if y'all do that, though. The fuck out of here. The same rules apply to all races and all people. That's the way it goes. You don't make different rules for different people because of their fucking skin tone. Man, dude, man, I don't even see how y'all don't know. Y'all don't even see y'all own racism, man. It's so disgusting. So disgusting. But do viral videos move government to make the government move too fast? This is Trump, man. The Trump administration is on this shit. Something goes viral and here they go. You know, they live off fucking views and what's going on online. They make fucking policies about what's going on online. These guys are crazy. Immediately put in they ain't have to look into the rules, or I mean laws of what laws they broken. They just immediately, we're going after them. It's terrible, man.
Somebody in the comment section called you a black Nick Fuentes. Are they smart? Because Nick Fuentes is Mexican American.
Well, right. He's saying I'm the black one, babe. What are you talking about?
But he calls himself white.
Yeah, he does call himself white. But anyway, I don't hate anyone. I'm asking for fair treatment across all people. I don't understand how that can be misconstrued into hate. When I'm saying everyone should be treated like they're not a fucking criminal because one person or a couple people out of their group did something incorrectly. I don't know how that equals racist, but all right, bro. How do we balance fraud prevention and community protection, man? Should federal funds be frozen before charges exist? Absolutely not. Is Somali-focused rhetoric raising danger for for their families? Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Is Minnesota government doing enough oversight?
Probably not.
We don't know. It seems like there has been some things that has fell through the crack when it comes to Tim Watson and becomes to fraud. And like I said, this goes back to last year. We've seen stories of them dropping the ball. So, like I said, two things can be true at the same time. But what we're not going to do is demonize the entire Somali fucking population. I like all of them on a daycare. I'm just like, some people.
He said, unless y'all adhere to the one drop rule. That's what y'all do to black people.
The one drop rule has been something that you people adhere to, and we just had to react to that as people.
Calling out racism is racist too.
Okay, bro.
Wow.
It's only.
But we'll keep following this story as the real facts develop. Charges are filed or claims are disproven.
Coming up, we're going to talk about something that a person in the comment section spoke about a few minutes ago. Black unemployment rise in America first, everywhere overseas, and what it all means for real people. Thank you, Joseph Chandler. How come if we are saying good things about Somalis, no one would say not all, but when it's protected class, we have to make a disclaimer, not all? Who said good things about Somali people? I mean, I haven't seen anyone, you guys, say anything good about them at all. You've done nothing but talk shit about them. I don't get what you're saying. If it's good things being said, that should be good. That should be applauded. But when you say bad things about people, you have to make sure you're saying not all, because that's putting them all in a bad light. You don't have to say that when you're saying good things about people. If I'm talking good about someone, I don't have to say not all, because you already assume I'm just the person that I'm talking about, or those couple people that I'm talking about. But when you're saying bad things about a group, you have to make sure you are clear. Because when you come off that you're talking about all of them, you come off as racist. Our Americans are they should be embarrassed, man, because it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's how we act. It's embarrassing, the things that we are doing. And I don't know. The people who voted for this guy should be embarrassed, especially for what's going on in Venezuela this morning. Should be very embarrassed. Black is not a race. There is no such thing as black land or anything black skin tone. Over 90% of the world people are also. I don't know what you're talking about, brother. We all know there's no such thing as black race or a white race. We're all one race. But we're so goofy. We sit around fighting over race shit when we're all the same race, different skin tones. But some people swear that they are the chosen people.
Okay, so he said he meant to say when they're put under scrutiny.
When you put them under scrutiny. Okay. Yeah, man. So I don't know. I don't know, man. It's you have to be clear what you're saying, man. In today's in the world, whatever you're saying, you have to make sure that you're clear. You have to make sure that you're not disrespecting anyone. It's like I say, man. If people I love to use this example of a whole bunch of girls sitting around calling each other fat bees, and you hear them, and you're like, wow, look at them. They're calling each other fat bees. Look, listen to that. You walk over there and try to call them one too, and they jump you and beat your ass. And you're like, I don't get it. But they don't know you, man. They don't know where you're coming from. You have to be clear. You can't just say what other people are saying just because they are saying it. You have to know, people have to know what your intentions are. You have to make sure that what you are saying is not offending others. And if you think that it's a little bit offensive in your brain, that it may be offensive, then you need to make sure you don't say that.
Religion is the enemy.
I don't like to get into it too much, man, but I don't think religion helps in a lot of situations, man. Unfortunately, I hate to say that, man. But we've been fighting over religious stuff for how many thousands of years have we been fighting? How many years have we been fighting over religious lands and religious thoughts and religious text? Like, it's been so long. I'm so sick. Christians killing the Muslims killing the Christians, the Jews killing the Muslims killing the Jews. The Buddhists don't like the Muslims don't like the Buddhists, the Hindus don't like the Muslims like, dude, I'm so fucking sick of it. I don't know, man. I'm just sick of it, bro. I'm sick of it. It's been just ugh. I don't prefer any of them over any of them. I think it's all disgusting stuff. And you sit there, to me, they all just think they're better than everyone because of the religion that they're in. And it's tough, man. It's a tough situation. I don't like talking about it because, people get so mad and people will kill you, man. They will take you out over their fucking religious beliefs, man. It's crazy. They hate the Catholics. They hate the Jews. Like, dog, I don't have time for this crap. Oh, these people aren't good. These people are better because they're then, like, dude, I don't know how y'all do it. I don't get it. So we're going to talk about this, man. What's going on with the black unemployment? I saw a guy that posted in here, black unemployment rates is at the lowest ever. Like, Trump would say anything. So the black unemployment and Trump's America First foreign policy myths. It's been a lot of bull, man. A lot of trash, like always. Like always. But today we're going to go over Trump says America first, like always, but black unemployment is spiking. DEI protections have been gone. They've blown that up. Federal workers are being laid off by the millions or thousands. And the U.S. is threatening countries across the world while claiming to have stopped 8 wars. And the dude ain't did shit.
He ain't did anything. But black workers are losing their jobs here at home. And at the same time, the president is out here saying, locked and loaded to other nations like it's nothing.
We have domestic issues, man. We have the domestic issues that's going on here where people are losing their jobs. I mean, it's real numbers and real lives and real consequences behind this shit. Now, we're gonna play this video real fast. Let's play the one of Roland Martin here. And him.
Why Republicans freaking out? Because their dear leader has been destroying the economy. Now, the place that has been totally delusional regarding the economy has been Fox News and Fox Business. Now, we showed you Maria Bartiromo the other day going, oh, no, it's not as bad as everybody thinks. Oh, when you make $10, $15, $20 million, and you don't really feel the problems in the economy. But watch this segment right here.
Expenses like rent, electricity, and the cost of everyday items like beef, coffee, and seafood are still up substantially from a year ago. President Trump, of course, is looking to combat concerns that costs are still too high under his administration. He's been arguing it's the previous administration that drove the economy into the ground and that his policies are restoring it.
Really? So why are prices up? Not only that, Carolyn Levitt, who's the chief liar for Trump, she talked about how the unemployment rate is at a record low of 4.6%. I think it went down to 3.6% under Biden. So how is it a record low? This goes to show you exactly how delusional these people are. And I'm telling you, as each month goes by, Michael, as they keep refusing to release job data numbers, as they keep refusing to release inflation numbers, they can keep hiding the reports, but you cannot hide the pain from the people feeling the.
Yeah, man. They think we just don't understand anything, but we see what's going on. The theme is simple but heavy. What is happening to black workers in this economy, what America First actually looks like when you zoom out, and who always end up paying the fucking price. This is not fear-mongering. This is about data and lived experience. This is what it's about, man. The numbers are clear. Black unemployment is surging under Trump. And let's start with the facts. The black unemployment rate in late 2025 climbed to around 8.3% in November. That is the highest level since the pandemic, almost double the national average of about 4.6, up sharply from about 6% earlier in the year when Biden left.
Yep. Now, compare that to history. In April of 2023, under the Biden administration, black unemployment hit a record low of 4.8%. Years of progress gone, wiped out in months.
Now, you already know that all these people are going to be in the comment section talking about how we're victims because we want to point out the numbers under this administration. Unemployment for everyone is up. But for us, it's even more. Now, they can get upset because, they don't like hearing the truth. They just want to talk, just act like everything's a fucking bubble. They don't get it. But anyway. And that isn't just statistics, man. That's people missing rent. People can't pay their groceries. People car possessions are up. Families sliding backwards after finally doing everything they can to get ahead. I mean, it's a lot of people have been affected by this stuff, by layoffs and hiring and freezes. Where I work, man, a lot of people, man, were fired. Let go of 50 people in the thing. People are getting hurt, man. People are losing. And it's messed up, man. People do not like when a president comes in and they don't know exactly what's going to happen. When they can't determine what tomorrow or the next quarter is going to bring, people, the companies start laying people off because they can't determine what's the best route. So we have to save money. So they start firing people, man.
Yep.
That's what a horrible president brings.
This unemployment spike is hitting black workers disproportionately, and black women are taking some of those steepest losses. They dominate healthcare, education, government service, hospitality. All industries are feeling the cuts.
It's sad, man.
Very sad.
The economy is taking a hit, and economists are calling this a harbinger. An early warning that the entire American economy could be sliding towards something worse. Historically, unfortunately, when black unemployment rises fast, the rest of the economy follows soon. We're just the first ones that get let go.
You're absolutely right.
That's the way it goes.
What they have in the comments. everyone has to work hard and work. Giving people free money doesn't do anything.
I don't. We're talking about not working, dog. No one says we're trying to get free money. We said we're trying to work and unemployment is rising. You're always trying to act like black people trying to take fucking handouts. Most motherfuckers want to work. Nobody want to live off $150 a month. People want to work. People want to be able to pay their own bills. It feels good. Now, when people get to a situation where they can't work, are we gonna fucking let them starve? Should they die on the side of the road because they don't have a job and they can't find a new one?
More black people are being counted because you now have to work.
What? Oh my God.
In order to get your benefits. So
you've always had to work.
Right.
They've always had work stipulations placed in fucking SNAP benefits. What are you talking about? Y'all just be talking out y'all ass, man. And you know who get more SNAP benefits? White people. So I don't even know what y'all even talking about. You have no room to talk anymore. How many homeless white people I see every day? How many people I see at the fucking the aid office lined up that's white? Y'all can stop that shit, man. Because it's over. Stop it. Go ahead.
You're right. Black Americans are heavily represented in federal jobs. Those jobs were ladders into the middle class for us.
Yeah, man. You know, they holler
up?
and scream that people aren't working. And then, you know, we are an intricate part when it comes to government jobs. A lot of black people work in those jobs. So when he fired all the government workers, there's a lot of black people. You saw the TSA when Kristi Noem was up there giving the TSA checks to the people who worked through the shutdown without being paid, and 90% of them were black. 90% of the people, the TSA workers who had worked their ass off, showed up to work with no money. And she was going to give them a $10,000 check for doing their job and showing up.
Yep.
And y'all shit on them to all black people don't work. Look at all the people. Look at them. Look at every person that was up there and what they look like. They were black people doing what they need to do to take care of business, man. Working and making sure that people can get where they need to. And then y'all come online and shit on them. Like, dude, it's ridiculous, man. You take your little flight, you see most of the people that are in TSA, what they look like. And they don't work. They don't do anything but take. Like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Trump's bringing the so-called Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. And what did DOGE do, man? Layoffs, hiring freezes, restructuring, forced retirements, and the people hit hardest were the black federal workers.
Yep. You don't just trim a budget. You rip the foundation from the communities. And that's exactly what DOGE did. They ripped the foundation from a lot of the black federal workers.
Now, I love to see from the right, they love to scream, oh, you guys are always blaming people for your problems. They love saying that shit. Oh, you guys love blaming the white man for your issues. It's not our fault. Get a job. But what we've seen when Trump has been in power, they blame immigrants for their issues. They blame trans people. They blame gay people. They blame DEI. They blame black people. Everything for their shortages in life is everyone else's problem. But you trying to tell me that you're not the victim when you're sitting around blaming immigrants for all your issues? You're blaming DEI programs, and they've been rolled all the way back. Y'all blaming civil rights laws, and they're rolling those civil rights protections right on back. They're doing everything they can to make us the country that's pre-civil rights. The shit that was dealt with before that Martin them marched for to put laws in place. And like I tell people all the time, Martin them marched to have skin color erased from hiring practices. It's illegal to hire someone based on color. I've told people that over and over again while they're sitting around trying to tell you people are getting hired for jobs they don't supposed to have. Like, they're so stupid that they think that someone is hiring somebody just because they black. Like, it's so stupid.
Somebody in the comment section said that the only reason TSA hires, it's TSA and the post office. They hire the most blacks because they're felons.
You can't work for the government if you're a felon, you stupid fuck. You're 100% wrong. You can't work for these places if you're a fucking felon. Like, what's wrong with you, dog? Did you just say anything? Like, that was the dumbest fucking statement I've heard all my life. They can't get the job, especially a government job, and you a felon? What? Man, shut the fuck up. You're wrong. They hire them because those are the people that goes for those jobs. They stand in line and they apply for these positions. That's why. Y'all always got some fucking racist ass excuse. Oh, it's because they take felons. You fucking piece of shit people, dog. Holy shit. Go ahead, man.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's crazy. The tariffs raise the prices of everything. Mm-hmm. Am I in the wrong spot?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. My bad. Sorry. This means that more discriminatory hiring, less accountability, promotions disappearing, and we're just going in another direction becomes code again for when protections just disappear, we feel it first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, we got a big economic slowdown this year. Tariffs has wrecked shop on the economy. The job market is cooling a lot. We're not seeing the real numbers from the government because Trump and them are holding those numbers back. Mm-hmm. They're holding the number. We've never not had these numbers before. Government shutdown or not. This is the first time that they've just said, "Oh, we're not sending out the government. We're not sending out those numbers." And we see what's going on, man. It's less hiring. The private market is telling us what's going on. Longer job searches for people. And on top of that, the tariffs has turned America apart right now. Now, he's loosened some of the tariffs when it came to cabinetry and some of the things that goes in your home for building homes, because he's seeing that these economies or these jobs or businesses are being torn apart by these fucking tariffs. So he's eased the tariffs on cabinetry, and it was a few other things when it came to building homes that he has to remove because they are killing these companies, killing American companies. And he told you that these other countries are going to pay the tariffs. So why does he keep removing them? It's only common sense. Go ahead.
Tariffs raise prices of food, clothes, cars, supplies for Black-owned businesses, and the same politicians raising your costs tell you that the economy is beautiful.
Yeah, right. This dude, like they like to say, piss on your leg and tell you it's raining. That's what Trump. Mm-hmm. That's what he is, man. Biden, inflation, yeah, inflation was bad under Biden, but Biden had a pandemic to deal with. He had a reason. He didn't have a self-inflicted wound called tariffs. This dude shot himself in the foot with tariffs. Inflation could be going down, and he could say, "Hey, I have inflation. I don't give a fuck about gas, bro. On the real. 30 cents on gas is not making my life better. I'm sorry. I wish y'all would stop saying that shit. Groceries are still fucking high. Yeah, it's 30 to 40 cents cheaper for gas a gallon. Oh my God. If Biden was the worst, what the fuck is Trump? Horrible. NAACP President Derek Johnson said plainly, if we had to give Donald Trump's economy a grade, it would be a fucking F. F for fucked up, for failure. Fail, fucking fail. and all of the data backs his sentiments. This economy is ass.
Yep. You can't brag about record black jobs in speeches while people are losing them in real life.
Man, this dude ain't brought up blackness not one time since he's been put in office.
Not
unless
once.
he's saying something derogatory or horrible about them. He used so many of you black men to get put into office.
A negative F, right? That's what
Dude,
his
gas going down 30 cents, my guy, in the winter is not it's not a big deal. The gas will go back again when we go to the summer mix again.
right.
Like, dog, OPEC is the one that runs gas prices. Y'all are not going to use that as the motherfucking measuring stick for our economy. It's not going to work. Sorry. The average gas price has not moved that much, 30 to 40 cents. And I'm not going to sit here and celebrate it like it's the fucking end all be all of the economy, because it isn't. It isn't. Gas prices go up and down, whatever the fuck they feel like doing with OPEC. Trump made gains with some black men in last election. It's an embarrassing that they did. And I'm embarrassed for all of y'all who voted for him.
I'm embarrassed too. And we have to have this conversation like a family. Did some people buy the rich businessman myth? They sure in the fuck did. Straight shooter image? They fell for it. It can't be worse, can it?
Hey, you're right, man. You're
But
right.
it is.
It should be based off eggs and gas. You're right. Gas prices went down 30 cents and eggs have went down. So you're right. The economy it's great. It's great. I can't afford rent, but at least I have eggs and I have some gas. You're right, man. It's all great. Like, y'all have to be so fucking goofy, dude. Eggs. We all knew that eggs would go down because it was a bird flu. We knew it was going to go down. It was never Biden's fault. What policy did Trump put in place to make eggs go down? Tell me what policy he put in place. Please post it. What policy did he put in place to make eggs and the price of eggs go down? Nothing. He came in when the bird flu was being qualmed. They were able to get it together. He didn't do shit, bro. The bird flu was what made eggs fucking expensive. And we're sitting here talking about eggs and gas. Like, y'all are so... Dude, we can't afford rent. Yeah, we're blaming Trump for the tariffs, for what he put in place, for products costing more, for things that bananas costing more, because he put on tariffs on the countries that grow bananas. He put tariffs on every fucking thing. Like, I don't fucking get what y'all are talking about. He made things expensive that didn't have to be expensive.
Right.
It's so goofy. And we look around in the layoffs, man. It's horrible. We see these companies, they're laying off thousands of people. Every week we see company after company laying people off. Period.
Yep. This isn't just an I told you so moment. This is we deserve better than slogans.
Yeah, man. We do.
I told you the prices were going to come down.
Now let's zoom out, man. While black workers here are losing jobs, Trump is out here trying to play world sheriff, saying America first out of one side of his mouth, while involving us in everyone's fucking problems. We're going to talk a little bit of what they're doing in Iran, man, and the bullshit he's trying to put over the veil over our eyes.
In Iran, protests break out. People are dying. The economy is in free fall. Instead of diplomacy, Trump jumps online and goes, "We're locked and loaded and ready to go." You better stop killing protesters.
Oh, dude, this dude act like he cares.
But we lock up Americans.
How do we care? How the fuck does he treat the fucking protesters here?
Locks them up.
But he cares about protesters in Iran?
Right.
Get the fuck out of here, man. This dude here is fake as fuck, man. It's not harmless, not talking tough. That's language that moves troops, destabilizes regions, risk war. When the US president said it means nothing, people get hurt afterwards.
And Trump's claim that I stopped 8 wars. He brags. What 8 wars?
Ain't stopped
Because
8
I
shit.
know you just started one in Nigeria with the bombings that you're doing there, and the bombings that you're doing in Iran, and also the bombings and the airstrikes that you're doing in Venezuela. That's 3 wars right there that you started.
Right. He's ordering strikes everywhere. He's threatening other governments, threatening people. He's escalating tensions across the fucking planet. You can't throw matches and then declare yourself a firefighter. But that's what this guy does, man. That is what he does. Yep. He shits on everything and tell you you're the person that stinks.
Right. But where exactly has Trump inserted himself? We've got Iran, Iraq, Syria, Afghanistan, Yemen, North Korea, Venezuela, China, Mexico and Central America, Nigeria, and the Shao region. That's a long ass motherfucking list. America first somehow means to Trump, America everywhere.
Yeah, man. And Trump he's supported or carried out operations across Africa, including Nigeria and surrounding regions, frequently under counter-terrorism ideals. This is his reasoning.
And the civilians are living with drone fear, instability, economic damage, while the American politicians are chasing headlines.
Yeah, man. At least Trump has the balls. Is that what you said about Biden when he was helping Ukraine? Because y'all were saying America first. We shouldn't be helping them. Let Russia take them over. We don't care. We don't want anything. We're sick of the money going to foreign wars. That's what y'all screamed for 4 years. All that shit's out the window the day he comes in the office. Y'all are the fakest bunch ever, dog. Fake, man. Y'all don't stand by any principles. No morals. Y'all are just fake. Everything y'all say is fake. There's nothing real you guys will really stand for. I have things, I don't care what the president and that dude is. If that guy does something against my principles, I'm against it. Y'all said that y'all was about America first. What happened? Like, dude, y'all are so fake, man. You can't stand up for your principles for 1 second. You said you were against foreign wars and you don't want any more foreign wars. You were willing to let Ukraine fall. That's what all y'all said. Fuck Ukraine. Exactly, Charles White. But we're in fucking Ukraine battling them. What the fuck is the difference? Does the bombs know where they're located when they're dropping? Like, dude, this is bullshit y'all be on, man. If you're against foreign fucking wars, why the fuck is it okay to go to fucking Nigeria, to go to Iran, to go to Iraq, to go to Venezuela? Why is that fine? Make me understand, dude, because it doesn't make any fucking sense. Contradiction is simple with you motherfuckers. He says I ended wars. He acts like I run the planet. He doesn't run anything. You're right, bro. It's a cult.
Regular people here and abroad, we're just going to do, the only thing that we can do is just live with the consequences.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing that we can really do.
That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. Bro, you say got to stay on the plantation. The plantation is the Republican Party. The people who fought to conserve the plantation. Liberals were against the plantation. You're with the people who were pro-plantation, my brother. You're with the people who wanted to preserve it. You're with the people who still wave the flags from the war they lost. It's so crazy that y'all always calling the left the plantation, But y'all are the ones that are waving the Confederate flags and
Get Nigeria
renaming
out of here too.
and renaming bases after Confederate soldiers. And then say that we're the plantation where we're trying to take the shit down and they're trying to put it up. No, you need to relook in the mirror, my brother. You're on the wrong side. You're on the side of the people who wanted to keep you as a slave. It doesn't matter conservative. It doesn't matter Republican or Democrat. Conservative and liberal. And the liberals were the people who wanted to get away from slavery. The conservatives wanted to conserve that. Dog, do you know what a liberal... Dude, brother, you need to go read a book. Conservatives wanted to conserve slavery and keep it the same. Why would liberals, people who are about change, liberalism means change. It doesn't matter the name of the party, guy. Republicans were, at that time, the liberals of that day. They were not conservatives. Conservative means to keep it the same. You do understand that, right? That would be 100% against their values if they just wanted. They don't want change ever. They're always fighting to keep things the way it is. What are you talking about? Democrats and Republicans died for slavery. The Dixie Democrats wanted to keep slavery. Conservatives wanted to conserve slavery. Boy, y'all so goofy, boy. Anyway, man, foreign chaos, higher prices here, job cuts, black unemployment rising, tariff strain on family, DEI cuts and discrimination return stronger.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The same administration that says we're winning has black unemployment soaring on the world, and the world is on edge.
And let me tell you something else, dog. You conservatives were on the side of the British in the Revolutionary War.
Yep.
They wanted to stay with the king and conserve the ideals of the old land. That's what the conservatives were for then. Mm-hmm. The liberals have always been the people that stand up for change, because that's what liberalism means. Change. Y'all are always fighting on the wrong side. On the wrong side. You were on the Confederates. You were the motherfuckers that was pro-Britain. Because you wanted to keep it the same. Conserve.
Let America show all history.
I know, man. I read plenty books. I know what the fuck's going on. Jesus isn't a Gentile. All right, bro. Y'all take the Bible and make it whatever y'all want to. Y'all crazy. So, have you recently lost a job, man? Have layoffs hurt you? Have you seen people getting layoffs? How is the economy really hitting your household? Does America First feel inclusive of Black America? It always has. Do you believe Trump's foreign policy make us safe or less safe? Very much less safe.
Under Trump.
Less safe. He's going around fucking with everybody, man. We're about to have some terrorist attack about to happen in America soon. They keep finding the people before it happens, but it's more and more coming out because the people are pissed. And we're about to see a whole bunch of terrorist attacks because our president is a fucking asshole. Now, we're going to get into this, our last story, man. We're going to run some clips and everything, man. There was another clip I wanted to play. Go down to the bottom, that one, Trump, Iran. Let's run this one here.
If you want to know the direction of the jobs market, pay attention to the black unemployment numbers. That's not my guidance. That's the guidance from economists and experts who know much more about this than I. But let me explain. Right now, the U.S. unemployment rate is at 4.3%. We just learned that very few jobs were added in August, about 22,000. That's not good. If you were to describe this via text, you'd send a red alarm emoji. Now, for black workers, the data is worse. For now, another month, the unemployment rate is going up. It's now 7.5%. That's the highest it's been since October of 2021.
My people, the numbers don't lie, and they should alarm us all. The latest jobs report shows that as of September 2025, Black unemployment has surged to 7.5%. That's not just higher than white unemployment, which sits at 3.7%. It is the highest in the nation among all racial groups. In just 3 months, more than 355,000 Black workers in the U.S. have lost their jobs. Let's pause for a minute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. And we all know that Black unemployment is a mirror of what is going to happen in the future to the rest of the people. If Black unemployment is going down, unfortunately, we're going to see this for other groups very soon.
Unfortunately.
So I mean, it's bad, man. But this isn't about party jerseys, Democrat, Republican, none of that. This is about who works, who eats, who gets laid off first.
Yep.
Who gets deployed, who gets ignored.
Yep. While Black unemployment is rising fast, it's a result of deciding that DEI doesn't matter, federal workers don't matter, and Black households overall, they're just collateral damage.
Mm. That's the way it is in this country. Oh, it's a country of, and it's always has been a country of screw you, screw my neighbor. I'm trying to get mine.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been what we've been about for hundreds and hundreds of years. We deserve leaders who see us as more than props and backdrops. We deserve leaders who care about our neighborhoods, who care about the people, care about his constituents, not calling them trash and non-workers. Go ahead.
Yep. We deserve jobs, stability, safety, and respect.
That's real.
Just like any other American.
That's real, man. So for our last block today, we're going to run through some clips that you need to see. No spin, no filters. We're going to see people speak on their own words, and then we'll talk about it. So let's go ahead and roll it. We got Greg Caesar on kids losing health care. Yeah.
And so I guess for those kids, which there's going to be hundreds of thousands or millions of kids that lose their health care, how is it okay that they're going to lose their health care so that billionaires and billionaire families, I'm not just even picking just on you, but billionaire families like your own, can get a tax break? What if you don't even know how many millions of dollars it is you'd get? How is that worth it?
I'm not going to respond to your question.
I think the answer is because it's not worth it. It's not.
I don't even know why they even asked her a question, man. So this guy with Virginia Merrill, racist ass, says, so Blacks can't concede without handouts and special treatment. So, Miss Racist, I want to ask you a question. How do you pay your bills? Do you work for someone? Do you have a job? Because that's all people are asking. If you're going to call a job a handout, then we're all looking for handouts. Because everyone just wants a job so we can be able to pay our bills. And that's the way capitalism is supposed to work. No one's asking to get a check or a SNAP. We're talking about jobs because people want to work. You can sit around and use your racist logic. But we're talking about people who want to go to work and what they are doing, losing their jobs right now, losing their ability to pay their rent. You know, SNAP benefits don't pay the rent, man. I know y'all, you think that's the way it works, but food stamps don't pay the rent. So how you going to pay your rent, man? Most of these people still work. They just don't have enough to buy food. And I know you don't give a fuck about them, but that's the way it works. But Congressman Greg Caesar was asking a very simple question of Republican leadership. And, you see her, she didn't want to answer. DEI equals, you're ignorant. DEI doesn't equal special treatment. DEI equals an opportunity. You don't get special treatment. You want to say special treatment? That's what white people have been getting since the beginning of this fucking country establishment. That's special treatment. Stop it. You don't get free housing from SNAP, bro. You get free housing from what your housing
Section 8.
section. There you go. Section 8. It's not from SNAP, my guy. It's called Section 8. You get Section 8, it's a long list and a long line. And we've talked about the fraud that goes through Section 8, where rich people are getting Section 8 and living in mansions.
Houses that cost $6,000 a month.
Right.
Here in Phoenix at that.
Yeah, man. Crazy fraud when it comes to Section 8 with rich people. But leadership didn't want to answer the questions. Why are they cutting kids' health care? Why billionaires are getting the tax break to take away health care from little kids? He said millions of kids that lose their health care. How is it going okay that they're going to lose their health care so that billionaires and their families get a tax break? We're okay with this shit. Section 8 isn't free. Definitely. Nothing is fucking free. It comes from tax money. But it helps those that are in need. We're okay with these people losing health care, man. Everybody, stop the Democrats. It's their fault. The government shutdown's their fault. Why are they trying to shut it down? Just sign the clean CR. We're telling them, hey, man, healthcare is going to be fucked for 20 million people. We don't care. I know. You never care until it knocks on your door. To remember all the crying everybody was doing when the insurance companies were just kicking people off left and right. Obama did something to try to fix it. Do I think he should have went to a single payer system? Yes. But he knew a single payer system was not going to get passed because Republicans are so up the ass, and Democrats are up the ass of these lobbyists of the pharmaceutical and the medical companies that none of them will step up to try to get these insurance companies out of there. That's why we need to take lobbying out of the fucking government. These people are always making decisions for their pockets for the rest of us. Every fucking country that is a decent country has single payer already in place. We're the only dummies running around having these fucking stupid issues. Billionaires keep getting their tax cuts. People are losing healthcare insurance. And this is not my opinion. This is literally the fucking bill. This is what they're putting in place. Mm-hmm. And next we're going to talk about Trump rebuilding Gaza.
Next, a reporter asked Donald Trump about reconstruction in Gaza. Listen carefully to Donald Trump's answer. I think we have that clip. Go ahead and roll it where the reporter is
Trump
talking about Gaza.
Does the reconstruction of Gaza will begin even before Hamas is disarmed?
I think it's going to begin pretty soon, yeah.
Before Hamas
He's looking forward to it, so am I. Look, what a mess it is. And it's been a mess for centuries, really. It's been a mess for a long time. It seems to be born for that, but we're gonna straighten it out. No, we're already starting certain things. We're doing things for sanitary conditions and others. But Gaza's a tough place. You know the expression, it's a tough neighborhood.
The reporter asked him, when will reconstruction of Gaza begin? Mm-hmm. And Trump responded by saying that it's going to begin pretty soon. He's looking forward to it. So am I. What a mess. It's been a mess for centuries, Donald Trump claims. And it seems to be born for that. We're doing things for sanitary conditions, he said. But Gaza is a tough place. Born for that?
You don't have to read what he just said, man. Just go to the next part.
Talking about human beings is like they were born for destruction, for rubble, for suffering. And that framing matters. Words like that permit endless wars.
Mm-hmm. Next, we're going to talk about AOC. She names names in this next video. People always say, don't just talk about Trump, talk about the system. Well, Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez did exactly that. AOC, we like to call it because that's her name is crazy. But she did exactly that. So let's go ahead and run the video of AOC.
That we know would probably just be dismissed in court. They're trying to settle these cases in order to funnel money to Elon Musk. They're trying to buy up all of the Trump coins and crypto assets in order to funnel that money to Donald Trump. It's not just that Trump is corrupt, it's that everyone participating in this is corrupt. Elon is corrupt, Jeff Bezos is corrupt, Mark Zuckerberg is corrupt in participating in this scheme that we all know everyone's just trying to look the other way because who really cares, right? And it's this idea of cynicism. It's this idea that no one cares about fairness anyway. No one cares about the rules anyway. So who cares if we break them? But at the end of the day, once again, who suffers? It's the 8-year-old kids with devastating autism diagnosis.
A lot of the people on here talking about ALC and shit. And she's sitting there talking about helping kids that are autistic, helping kids that are not getting care. Like, dude, hey man, I don't know, man. When you're on the side of the people, the other side, and the people on the other side are saying, let's help the kids. And you're like, you're a piece of shit. You might be on the wrong side, bro. Because you don't hear Trump talk like this. He doesn't care about anyone but himself. And you have politicians who care about people, talk about the care that they are trying to put forward. And you guys are like, they're shit. No, you're on the wrong side of history, brother. The wrong side. But that's the part nobody likes to say out loud. Corruption isn't one man, man. It's all type people are committing corruption. And the Donald Trump, they always seems to pardon or look the other way when it comes to corruption and white collar crimes. It's a class of people who believe rules are optional. These people always get pardoned. Like I said, even with fucking Nixon and Carter, pardoned him. Carter was a Democrat. They're always looking out for each other, man. They never pay the price. You and I, we're going to jail. Our lives are over. We're going to lose everything. These guys get a pardon. They get an A-OK because they have money, and that's fine. They can do what they want. They see no consequences. Trump has 34 felony convictions, and he is the president. No accountability, man. No accountability. It is crazy. They straight up believe the rules do not apply to them. We are the only people that face consequences. Only the poor people. And we it's unbelievable that we are okay with this. It shouldn't be only the poor people that pay the price, man. Go ahead. Let's go to this next clip.
Where Jack Smith said fraud is not free speech.
But the president's statements that he believed the election was rife with fraud, those certainly are statements that are protected by the First Amendment, correct?
Absolutely not if they are made to target a lawful government function and they are made with knowing falsity. No, they're not. That was my point about fraud not being protected by the First Amendment.
I mean, there's a long list of disputed elections. I mean, the election of 1800, 1960, year 2000, where candidates believe they were wronged by because they lost. And there's a long history of candidates speaking out about they believe there's been fraud, there's been other problems with the integrity of the election process. And I think you would agree that those types of statements are sort of at the core of the First Amendment rights of a presidential candidate, right?
There is no historical analog for what President Trump did in this case. As we said in the indictment, he was free to say that he thought he won the election. He was even free to say falsely that he won the election. But what he was not free to do was violate federal law and use knowingly false statements about election fraud to target a lawful government function. Mm-hmm. That he was not allowed.
There you go.
Yep. Fraud is not free speech.
Mm-hmm.
Simple. direct, and law school 101.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the ability to say whatever he wants under free speech. You can say it whether it's true or not.
Right.
But you can't do what you did.
That's real. And what they did was try to direct people to put in votes, try to direct people to find votes, tried to direct the electors to lie about votes. And then they tried to make that like Jack Smith is the fucking crook because he was going after a guy who was lying. And then they're going to make him the bad guy. But that's why when he went to court and he discussed this, Trump looks like a guilty fucking criminal again. Because this guy laid it out plainly. He laid it out clearly what they were going after. He said that Biden did not advise him or ask him to do anything. Yeah, it's Trump's fault. He fucking did it. Does he not hold accountability for anything he did? He tried to say that the election was stolen, and he tried to put things in place to
prove that it was stolen.
To make things happen for he can stay in power. Now, House Judiciary, they, by the way, that clip comes from hours of testimony that Republicans themselves released. 8.5 hours transcript out, all on the record. Sometimes the truth leaks out because they forget to hide it. They should have hid this, but they didn't.
Yep.
Now this one matters no matter what party you are. I doubt it. These Trumpers are crazy.
They don't.
Federal judges, not pundits, say the U.S. government lied in dozens of court cases. Now, we're gonna go roll this clip. Do I have it? I think it's the Trump DOJ all the way at the top. Yeah. Wow, man. Wow. They're lying to the courts, man. But if you lie to the courts, hopefully you get charged. If the government lies in court, what happens? They say mistakes were made and life goes on. Mm-hmm. This is crazy, man. This DOJ it's just horrible. All the people that in place did not deserve their jobs. They screaming merit, and all of these people did not have the qualifications to be in the fucking room that they're running right now. They're so mad at DEI, but we have the most unqualified cabinet in the history of fucking America. None of these people know what the fuck they're doing.
At all.
And this proves it. They're coming to the courts with information. They got wrong information, wrong data, wrong everything. But we're going to go into this next too. Fox News host, we already did that one.
Mm-hmm. We talked about that one earlier in the show.
So, I mean, it's just a pattern across all these clips, man. Kids losing health care. Gaza suffering is dismissed as born for that. Did we play it? I don't think we played that. Do we have one talking about Gaza? Yeah, there we go. Let's play that one Trump on Gaza. I forgot to play it. Go ahead.
Because the reconstruction of Gaza will begin even before Hamas is disarmed.
We did play it, my bad. Yeah, but we have Trump talking about Gaza. He doesn't care about them. Billionaires protected, corruption called out. Never. Fraud treated as free speech, and lies from every direction. This isn't left or right. This is about power versus everybody else. And that's the problem in this country, man. We're letting these people take everything. They have all the money. They have all the power. And we're sitting around fighting over scraps. Y'all fighting with people with SNAP benefits, mad that they're going to be able to buy some cookies while these guys are about to put $1 trillion in their pockets. Walmart has like 5 of the top 10 richest people in the fucking country. They don't even want to pay their workers a fucking fair fucking wage. Their workers are on aid, taking money from the government.
Yep.
While Walmart also gets subsidies, tax breaks.
For employing low-income individuals.
Man, they get all type shit. Now, it's ridiculous what we're doing, man, and we're okay with this shit, man. The poor has to come together. Stop letting racism and all these little stupid things divide us while they take all the money. Now, Trump is pushing everything in the middle, going for AI, telling states that they can't put in any regulations to fight AI, while the jobs are being torn away from everyday families. People can't work to feed their fucking families, to put food on the table. That's all people want, man. Y'all always talking about handouts. People want jobs. But we got companies doing everything they can to take jobs away, putting AI on a pedestal, putting billions into AI. We see these data centers taking away resources, fucking up our water, fucking up our fucking energy bills. We're not going to be able to afford energy because somehow these companies are seen as people, which is ridiculous. They should have their own fucking grid. They shouldn't even be on the same grid as the people that are living every day as residents. They should have their own fucking, you got to figure out how to get your own fucking power. Not using the power that everyday people have to use just to fucking be able to feed their families at night. Now our electric bills are getting higher, and they're saying no regulations on AI. Any state that put in any regulations, I'm coming after you. That's what Trump said. The guys who's supposed to be so state rights, what happened? Now we're gonna end on this, man. Venezuela, disgusting stuff. We're gonna own what happens in Venezuela from this day forward. Now y'all talk bad about them, say they were druggies and gang members and piece of shit people that need to be out of this country. As they destabilize further, those people will be coming to America for asylum. And as I said earlier in the hour, we will see as another dictator takes over. This is just what I've seen through history. When you take one dictator out, the replacement is an even worse dictator every fucking time. Mm-hmm. And that is what is going to, I have a job, dumbass. That's what's going to happen. That is what's going to happen. We're going to immediately see in Venezuela as generals, as some gang member or some militant dude takes over the country, and their country is going to seep into destabilization. It's going to be so bad. But you motherfuckers are going to own it. Y'all are celebrating. Yeah, they're happy. That's fine. But who's going to be the next person in power? How are they going to have fair fucking elections? What is America going to do to make sure that they are stable and restabilize their country? How much money we going to spend trying to make sure that they are straight? Please tell me. You got to tell me. Y'all okay? Yeah, Donald Trump. You're going to have to own this shit. And in 10 years, when Venezuela is even shittier than it is today, we will always say it was Donald fucking Trump's fault. Every day that we have to help these people, it's going to be DJT 2028. Look what that fucking idiot did to Venezuela. Now, you can be happy all you want, but this shit is not looking good, man. We're going to have to babysit this country for the next, I don't know how many fucking years. You think the rest of the world, what are they going to be saying as this country slips into chaos? What are we going to do? Like, dog, you have to smarten up, man. You have to see that this is not good. Regardless, I know everybody talking about oil this, oil that. Yeah, okay, it probably is for the oil. But that's going to be a benefit that is going to be lost when we see all of the bullshit that's going to become behind this. Every single time we have took people out of power, we have had issues with that country. But y'all party it up, man. Y'all act like we did something great and all this is so good and it's so good for America. And y'all act like y'all give a fuck about the Venezuelan people and they're happy. Yeah, they're happy today. But when this next dictator comes into power, because power is going to be the only thing that's going to get people in charge down there, because no one is trying to put a democracy in place. Now, America's going to be the ones that make sure it's in place. Is that what's going to happen? How much money is that going to be? I thought y'all wanted to stop spending money in foreign shit. You stopped all U.S. aid. You stopped all the aid. You said, fuck aid. We don't need aid. Right. But we're going to go over here and aid these people, though, right? We're going to have to aid them.
Because we took out their president.
Because we took out their fucking president. And they're going to slip into chaos. It's going to be our fault. But okay. That's fine, right? We appreciate everyone that stayed with us. You got anything else? And we're gonna get up out of here for the day. I hope you guys have a good Saturday. We appreciate you sitting with us and talking with us about what's going on in the world. And that's all we want to do, man. We just want to have a discussion about what's going on. We didn't have our phone today. We forgot it at home, so we couldn't do any calls. So we appreciate you sharing your comments, though. And like I said, man, if you put an ignorant, racist comment, I'm going to ignore you. So that's why 70% of you were ignored today, because straight ignorance. Now you can pay, and I'll even if you pay, I'll say I'll discuss your stupidness. I'll do that. But other than that, I'm just going to ignore you. But until next time, man, on Wednesday, 6 p.m. That's Arizona time, 6 p.m. Arizona time. Like she said, like, follow, subscribe. Hit that alert bell too, man, to make sure that you guys
get to 10,000.
Right. We appreciate you. All right, man. We appreciate you guys. You have a good rest of your week too. Have a good next week. I hope everything's go good for you.
Peace.
Peace out.
Thanks for watching another episode of Habari Live. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and get updates on news, the podcast, and more. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And don't forget to visit www.habari.live.